Welcome to the part 3 of building a food delivery app. So in this part, we will finally design the remaining screens. First, we'll start from these categories. First, the grocery and fruits, and then for the foods and also their search pages and their functionality, and also we will go for the cart to design the checkout page, which is in our case the payment page. So let's go to the home and let's go for the grocery and fruits, and here we have the page for grocery and fruit main page. Let's remove the center from here and also this constant, and also make this a stateful widget, and this is the page we are going to design. We have a search bar and also this voice, which is not working for now as this is a simple UI, and then we have some text of categories and the switch between the categories, and we have grid for the fruits, vegetables and the kitchen tools. So in the scaffold, what we have to do first, we need also an app bar like this, an app bar to have this back icon. So in the scaffold, we will do first of all an app bar with the elevation 0, white background color and the leading icon of arrow iOS back. And in the body, what we have to do again, we know that we have a container, and in the margin, agency symmetric horizontal 20, vertical also 20. And also make it constant, and for the child we're gonna have again a column children, and in the cross axis alignment will again be the start, and in the children what we need is a row and children, and we're gonna have an expanded widget and its child will be the search widget. And the search widget is going to have the void callback method, and this will be on tab. In the body we will do navigator dot push and to the material page route, and this will be context to the search page. For now we don't have the search page, so let's also create the search page. We will create in the screens the search. Inside the search we will create the search page and create a stateless widget search page and import this. Again we are gonna have a scaffold body center child text search page. We will design it later, put the constant here and semicolon, and let's again go to the grocery and fruit main page. Let's import this search widget and make it constant. Now to work with search widget, we will import the search widget, and this search widget looks something like this. We have a simple controller inside the search widget, and on tap void callback which can be tabbed, and then here we have a simple container with the width infinity, height 45, and also its decoration is 25 border radius and also light gray color as we have in the theme style dot some box shadow. And in the child we have a simple text form field which when it's clicked the on tab void callback will be called and will navigate us to the search page. The controller is the controller we will pass, and the input decoration is the icon for the prefix icon search border none, and in the hint text search for your favorite. That's it. Now in the grocery and main food page we have got our search page like this, and then we are going to have some size box in here with the width of 10, L will be constant, and then we are going to have a container of width and height 40. The decoration with the primary color, its shape will be circle, which means that directly make it circle shape. We can also do this using border radius to set it 20, so it will also become a circle, but this is also a way to make a shape circle. And then in the center we are simply displaying an icon with the setting voice with the white color. Ctrl S to hot reload. We got the search. This is navigating us to the search page. We can come back, and also we have this. Now we want these categories with their text category and the grid. So to do that we have to do right after this container there will be some size box of height 30 and then make it constant. There will be some text of, let's say, categories, and its style will be text style, font size of 16. And let's also make this constant, and there will be again some size box of height 20, make it constant. And then we are going to have a row of the categories of fruit, vegetables, and kitchen. So we got this row with the main axis alignment of space around. In the children, we have the single category item widget, which we are going to create in a while. This is doing nothing but a very simple thing. It has a color. We are checking if the current selected category was equal to 0. Simply, this single category item widget color will be primary color. Otherwise, it will be of gray color, as we have here in this demo of the app. And when this category is clicked, this will set selected category item index to 0, and the same thing for the other two categories. So let's go and create this. In the stat, this will be an integer. Current selected category will be equal to 0, and then to create the single category item widget, we are going to have this, and this is going to accept the void callback on tab, the color, and the title. And then this is going to return an expanded widget in the row and with the just detector on tab, so that we are allowed to click on it, and a container with that width and height, and some decoration with the border radius 20, and in the center we have the simple title. Now that we have these categories, Ctrl S to hot reload. Now that if you Ctrl S to hot reload, so we got the categories in here. That is because this is the row, and yes, we have to move this out to the column. This will not be inside the row, because that row is just for research, and this voice settings. So outside this row, this will be like this. So we have an error in here. That means we have to put the comma in here. Now if we Ctrl S to hot reload, we got the categories. We can switch between them like this. Now using the categories, we will display the grid for each fruit, vegetables, and kitchen. So for that, we have to do, right after this row, we have to call a method. That would be some size box switch category on selected index, and this method will look something like this. Switch category on selected index, it is accepting an index and switching on that index when the index was 0. This will build the fruit grid view, and if the case was 1, this will build the vegetable grid view, and if the case was 2, this will build the kitchen grid view. So now let's create the build fruit grid view. So let's also comment this out in here, fruit grid view. This is going to return an expanded widget. Its child. The child of the expanded widget will be a grid view, and in the grid delegate, we will do the sliver grid delegate with fixed cross-axis count. The cross-axis count will be 3, as we have here. The cross-axis count 3, and the child aspect ratio will be 0.8, and also make it constant. And the children of the grid view will be the fruit category list dot map this, and this is going to return a column with the children. Also not forget to convert it to list. This fruit category list is a list of objects, so on each object of fruit category list we are returning a column, and we will call this fruit, as this is a fruit category list. And then inside the children of the column, we are gonna have a container of just decoration, box decoration, and border radius dot circular about 10. That's it. In the child, that's it. In the child, we are going to have a stack widget, and in the children of the stack, we're going to have the image asset, and in the assets, we are accessing the fruit on that specific image in our fruit category list, this image. we have just names of the images in here. Simply in here we are putting the assets path and passing the image name, and then it will show us the image in here. And on top of the stack we will also show this price in here. So that's why I use a stack in here. So after this image, on top of the image we will do a position widget with the bottom 20, right also 20, a container with width and height 40 and 20, some rounded corners, red color, and in the center text of the fruit, that specific price that we have for the food category for each item in the list. That's it. We have the white color for the text, and then there is also the title like the apple, kiwis, lemons, all of that. So right after this tag in the column, right after this container, we will do to have some text, and this will be like this on fruit on the string title. That's it. Now if we copy this, and for now let's paste them for both of them to fix this error and see the result of this. Now if I Ctrl S to hot reload, you can see we got a beautiful grid of the fruits items. In the grid view, I just mapped the fruit category list, and for each I return a column with some rounded corners of 10, and this is simple stack fetching each image from the fruit category list that we have specified by passing the path and the image name we already have in the fruit category list. And then on top of each image I display their price that we have in the fruit category list, and also the title for each fruit which comes right after the image. So that was it for the fruits. And the vegetables kitchen will also be the same, that is because we have put also in here. So now we can do Ctrl Z to undo this, and we can now create the build vegetable grid view, and everything will remain the same. What I have to do is to create the method for this, and then simply copy the content of this build fruit grid view and paste it in here. What you have to do is simply change this to vegetables category list, and that's it. And finally, for this build kitchen grid view, we again have to paste this and open the body of this, and then copy the same expanded widget and paste it in here. And one thing you have to change is again the kitchen category list, and all of the things will remain the same. This time before Ctrl S to hot reload, we have to put also the comments to make it clear. This will be vegetables grid view, and this will be the kitchen grid view, this will be fruit grid view. Now if we Ctrl S to hot reload and switch between this, we have the vegetables, kitchen, vegetables, and fruit like that. So we have successfully created our grocery and fruit main page, and now we can go to create the food main page. So in the food main page, we again have to remove the center from here, this constant, and then here will comes again the same app bar, and then convert the stateless widget to stateful widget. And in the body, what we have is, let's go a little bit forward for this. From this search page we have same like this, but only difference is we have the horizontal scroll views. So in the body, what we have to do is to put the column children and wrap this column with a container, and then margin agent sets dot symmetric horizontal 20 vertical 15. And then in the children of the column there will be a same search widget, and the categories will also be the same. So we can go to the grocery and fruit page, and let's copy this row from here with that category, and then come here. We can set the cross-axis alignment of the column to start in order to overcome that default behavior of the column with the children inside, and then we can paste it, copy it from here like that, and come in the food main page, paste it in here, and also import the search widget. That's it. Ctrl S to hot reload. We have one more error. So that is also to import the search page. Now if we Ctrl S to hot reload, we got the same thing in here. And one more thing that will remain the same across the grocery and fruit man page and the food page, that will be this row. So we can also copy this row or also this switch category page and paste it in the column right after this. And then we can copy the selected category and create the same integer equal to 0, and then also to create a single category item widget, we can also copy this from our grocery and fruit main page and paste it in here. And the last thing is switch category on selected index, so we can also directly copy it from here and paste it right after this. But in this case we are not going to have the build fruits grid view and the build vegetables grid view and lastly the build kitchen grid view, but instead we are going to have the build special burger list, build special pizza list and build special sandwich list. That will be for the first category. And then for this second category we are also going to have one more switch, that would be switch popular category on selected index, and this name will be switch special category on selected index. So I will copy this and paste it in here, and on top of that I'm gonna have to the special offer, which will be switch special category on selected index. And then right after this I'm gonna have some size box, and then same text will be of, let's say, popular now, and then the same switch, but this time this will be switch popular category on selected index, also pass the current selected category. So now we have to implement this build special burger list and also the build popular burger list, and then for all of them. So we will comment out in here switch special list and here switch popular list. So let's start implementing this build special burger list. Inside the body of this we will return a container with the height of 250, and in the child there will be a list view and its scroll direction will be axis dot horizontal, and in the children what we will do is burger special category list. We'll map this, and on each special burger we will do, let's say, special burger. On each special burger we will return a container of width 300 and child will be a column, children, its cross axis alignment will be in the start, and the first child of the column is going to be a container with the box decoration 5, and the child there will be, again from the special burger we are accessing the image of the burger special category list, and to overcome these errors we have to convert this to list, so it will become fixed like that. We are accessing the image from the special burger list, and then also put the semicolon in here. After this we have to do right below this image we are going to have a row with the main axis alignment of space between, and there will be a column. In the row there will be a column with the cross axis alignment start. First there will be that title, you can see in here that title, and then we have the delivery fee and the time 20 to 40 minutes here, and then we are going to have a container that is aligned in the row. We have this first child and this second child, so it means this will be aligned at the leftmost and this will be aligned at the rightmost as we have in here, and its width and height is 30, box decoration with the circle shape, and then in the center text special burger and its rating. So we got it like this. Now there is a recommendation of replace this with the size box. Okay, let's do it. Make this also a size box. Okay, if there's a recommendation by the Flutter linter, that's okay. So we got this first build special burger list. Now we can create the special pizza list from this one using this same special burger list. So what we have in here is height for 250, because this height will be a little bit more than the popular now one. And a horizontal scrollable view, again same, we have mapped the burger special category list, and then we have an image in here, and in the row we have all of that stuff in here. In the row we have first column, we have these two aligned, and in the row the second child is this rating aligned in here. So we can do the same thing for the build special pizza list. So we can copy this and paste it right after this, and we can return the same thing we have in here and paste it, open it. Only thing we have to do is to change this burger to pizza special category list. That's it. Now we can do the same for build special sandwich list and open the body for this. This is going to return the same size box with the sandwich special category list. Now that's it. Now let's comment this out, and also this one, Ctrl S to hot reload to test this first one. You can see we got this like that. We can switch between the categories and we can see the result of it. Now the same thing will be done for the popular one. So let's now uncomment this also in the UI and start building this. Comment out this. Let's start building the build popular burger list. This is going to return again a size box with the height of 200, and its child will be Sam list view. And in the children we will again map the burger popular category list. This time we will map this will be Sam burger, and will be returning again a container of width 180, and its child will be a column and children. In the children of the column we are going to have a stack widget. But before going forward and doing anything with this build popular burger list, let's convert this to list in order to fix this error. Put a semicolon in here, also in here. So inside this tag there will be again a container with the box decoration in the border radius 5 and children accessing the image from the list of burger popular category list. So that we got this image in here. Now we want also to display the price on this. So for that we also have put stack. So this time to put the price on that image in that stack we will do the same, the position from bottom 20 and from right 20, a container with the width and height 50, and in the box decoration border radius 15 and a red color, and the price is 5. It's a dummy price, and in the production level of this application this will come from a database. After this has been done, there is one more thing that we have to keep in mind or have to cover. This is the name of the item of that specific category and also the rating. So right after this tag in the column we will do to put a row again, and the main axis alignment is space between. That is because we are again aligning them in one at the leftmost and one at the rightmost. So the first will be expanded the title, and then the simple padding of row widget, a simple icon star and its color is amber, and the rating that is coming from here the burger popular category list. We have here the rating. So we access it here. Let's make this container a size box. So that's it, and the same thing will be copied for the build popular pizza list and build popular sandwich list. So let's close it like this and copy this build popular pizza list and paste it, and this is going to return the same thing, but only this will be different, pizza popular category list, and the same thing will be happen for the second one. This will be returning the same size box with the same size, only the list will be different. That's it. If you Ctrl S to hot reload, you will also get this like this. But this is horizontally scrollable, so for that you also have to change this scroll direction to axis.horizontal, and also for the other ones, for the second one, the scroll direction to horizontal, and also for this one. That's it. We got it horizontally. Now there is an error, so we want the whole area to also be scrollable, so we will go at the top and wrap our column widget with the single child scroll view, so this will become scrollable. So this area is also scrollable like this. This area is scrollable horizontally and like this, and also make this constant. Now that we have created our food category page and also the grocery and fruit page, so it's time to create their detail pages. Like when I click one, so I will be navigate to the detail page of that specific item of the category. We have these fruits, vegetables and kitchen, so we also have to change these names to, first will be burger and the second one will be pizza and the last one will be sandwich. That's it. Now what we have to do is to create their detail page. So in the food page we will create one more dart file that will be food detail page, and also in here grocery and fruit detail page. So our detail page looks something like this. The item that has been clicked and the increase and the increment and decrement quantity, the title and the description, and also the rating and the free delivery stuff and the location, and the total is null. In that case, I think the item price is not correctly specified in the lists, and an add to cart button. So let's go for creating the detail page. So first we'll go for creating the food detail page. Create a stateless widget for now, food detail page, and let's convert it to stateful. And then this is going to have a scaffold, and directly in the bottom navigation bar we will call the bottom widget, and that bottom widget looks something like this. Its height is 100 and its background color is white, and border radius is, and the border radius from top right is 30 and from top left it's also 30. In the box shadow we have specified the x-axis to 5 and y-axis to -2 to have some adjusted shadow, and the color of gray with some shading, spread radius and blur radius. In the child we have a simple padding around the row and some title, and then a button container widget add to cart, which will show item added to cart, a snack bar, and the navigator will be popped. Will send us back to this page. Now after this we're gonna have the same app bar with white color and the same icon, and then in the body the same container with the margin symmetric horizontal 20 and vertical 20, and then in the column we are first going to have a container of with infinity and height 25% of the screen, and then the box decoration of, and the box decoration you have the border radius circular 6 for the rounded corners, and in the child we have image asset from widget data that image. So this food detail page is also going to accept a map of key string and also the value string. Let's pass it in the constructor, so that you'll be sending the data from the food main page to the food detail page and display it in here. After that container we are going to have, this is the image that we have in here. Now we're going to build this thing. To build this, for that we will do the size box and again select quantity widget. So now we will implement this select quantity page, select quantity widget in here. That will be like this in the center, as this is in the center, and a container with the width of 130 and 40 height, and padding horizontally, and then in the box decoration its color is light gray color that you can see. Box shadow is some applied. At x-axis we have 0, and at y-axis, meaning that at that side we adjust the shadow, and the spread radius is that much, 1.5, blur radius 5.5, and some gray color with some shade. And we have then a row, as we have the decrement, increment, and the quantity in here. So we have first the gesture detector button with the icon, remove, that is the decrement, and then also add for decrement, and the quantity is displaying in the middle where we have a simple container with the primary color. So let's go and create this quantity. Its type will be integer, quantity equal to 0. No, for now it will be 1. And then we have to create, first of all, let's make them constants, and then create the increment and decrement methods. They'll look something like this: increment and decrement the quantity. That's it. After this, we have to deal with the title, rating, and the description, and the timing, when it will arrive, and where to deliver, the location. Then after this, we have to do in the column, after the size box, we are going to put a row widget with the main axis alignment space between, and accessing the title from the widget data. Its font size is 22 and is bold. And in the row we have the star icon, and the rating. And then after this rating, we will to create the description and these two icons with the detail of when it will be delivered and where it is going to deliver. So that will also be really simple, some size box between them, and the text description in here, and the first row with the icon calendar today and free delivery Sunday October, and the timing, and again the location, deliver to New York, and its code. After this, when this is created, let's put the concept also in here. So we will navigate to this page when the item is clicked. So let's go to the food main page, and for the special category, we have to open this, and for each item here, you wrap this with a gesture detector. On tab, we will do navigator.push to the material page route, pass the context, and the page will be food detail page, and the data will be the special burger data, as it's also the type of map string and string, which means the key is also string and the value is also of type string. Same thing will happen for all of the others. For example, for the build special pizza list, we will do same thing, widget, gesture detector, on tab, and the same thing here. But this is a pizza, so we also have to pass the pizza in here. Like, let's change its name to pizza, and then we will come up with the error, pass it in here, also for this here, and lastly in here. And again, let's copy this navigator push from this build special pizza list, and then do it same for the last one. So after putting gesture detectors on all the items of the list views, now we will be allowed to go to the detail page. So let's click this first item, and we will be navigated to the detail page. You can see we can increment the quantity, decrement the quantity. We have the image that we have clicked on, and we have these details of rating, and we can add to cart, item added to cart. We have navigated back to the same page, and if we go for this burger, you can see we got this burger in here. We can increment, decrement like this. And the same thing will happen for the grocery and fruit detail page. So we can directly use the food detail page because there is no difference in here. We are sending the same data with the map of key string and value string. So we can use this food detail page, or you can also name it something else like only detail page, so that it will be easy for you to use it for both. So let's also do it with the food detail page. Go to the grocery and fruit main pages, and here we have three lists. when each column of that item is clicked, just detector on tab, we will do to navigate. Here we have this navigator push. We will navigate to the food page with that fruit. That's it. And then copy this, go for the second one, and the second same thing will happen for this on tab. And then this will be not the fruit but vegetable. And lastly, copy this navigator push from here and wrap this column with the gesture detector on tab, paste it in here, and this time this will be kitchen. And also reflect the changes in here for image, for the price, for the fruit, and also in here this will be reflect the changes for the image, for the price, and lastly for the title. That's it. Now Ctrl S to hot reload. You can go back and go for the grocery and foods. We can go also in here, increment, decrement, add to cart, same thing like this. So I have successfully implemented the detailed pages for categories, and the next remaining pages are search page, payment page, and lastly a very simple dialog box when the payment is successful. So that would be the task for you to create these pages and try things yourself. And that is how we learn a skill. When you don't try and practice things ourselves, there are very less chances to learn a skill and be a master in it. So let me give you a hint for the search page, and you must try it yourself. That would be a request for you because this is very important. So in case of search page, you already know this list we discussed in starting. So there exists all the static data inside the app. So what you have to do is to query on the item title either in lowercase or higher case and filter items as you have seen in the demo of the application. And for the payment page, this is very straightforward. Just create some fields and a button, and lastly a very simple dialog box. So only in case if you got stuck somewhere in the code and is unable to find the solution yourself, so you can go to my GitHub and see the code. Otherwise, if you think you can do it, this is very good to try things yourself and let me know in the comment section. I would love to see your progress and the way you progress with the bootcamp. Also, drop down your own thoughts and questions in the comment section, and surely I will answer each of your questions. That's it. See you in the next one.